We have some major breaking news coming out of the NFL. I mean, it just defies all logic. Picture this. A star running back has the stand of his life, leads his team to the playoffs for the first time in years, and he's still basically begging to keep his job. And if you think that's wild, you absolutely have to stick around, because we have a report on a 5-time All-Pro wide receiver getting cut. A move nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. So before we dive into all this chaos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us, like the deep dive, and drop your boldest predictions for the 2026 season in the comments. Okay, so our mission today is pretty straightforward. Are stats and loyalty even enough anymore? Can they save a player when it comes down to the business side of things? And we have to start this conversation in Chicago. The DeAndre Swift situation it's a mess.
It really is. And it's kind of heartbreaking, honestly. Yeah. You have Swift, who has made it crystal clear where he stands. He told the Chicago Sun-Times, and I'm quoting here, "I want to play nowhere else." He loves the city, he loves the coaches. I mean, he's fully bought in.
And he's got the stats to back it up. That's the crazy part. Looking at the wire from 2025, the Bears finally get back to the postseason, and he was a huge reason why.
A huge reason. He put up career highs just across the board. We're talking 1,087 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns. But for me, the really telling stat is his efficiency. In 2024, he was at, 3.8 yards a carry?
Yeah, not great.
Right. But in 2025, he jumped all the way up to 4.9 yards per carry. That's a massive, massive improvement.
It is. So you look at all that on paper, and it seems like a slam dunk. He played great. The team won. He wants to be there. But this is where it gets worrying. There's a history here, isn't there, with his coach, Ben Johnson?
There is, and that's the pattern you have to look at. This isn't the first time he's been incredible under Johnson. If you go back to 2022 in Detroit, Johnson takes over the offense, and Swift suddenly averages 5.5 yards a carry. He looked like the best back in the league.
Okay, and then what happened right after that season?
He was traded to the Eagles.
Yeah.
And that's the fear. That history is about to repeat itself. The front office could be thinking, look, our scheme is what's making this work. We can plug in a cheaper guy and get 80% of that production for a fraction of the price.
Which brings us to the money. It always comes down to the salary cap.
It always does. So Swift's entering the last year of his contract. The cap hit is about $8.8 million, which is actually less than last year. But here's the kicker.
What's that?
There is zero, absolutely zero guaranteed money left on that deal.
Wow.
So from a team perspective, he's incredibly easy to move on from. They can cut him tomorrow and take on no dead money. It gives them all the leverage.
That is just terrifying job security. And I'm also seeing reports that he was a little frustrated with his role, right, in the passing game.
Exactly. He wanted to be more involved, and he had some of his lowest receiving numbers, even though the Bears have a ton of other weapons. It's a valid point. But if the team just sees him as an expensive runner, they might start looking at younger, cheaper options on the market.
Okay, so as stressful as Swift's situation is, we have to pivot. What just happened in Miami completely changes the landscape. This is the bombshell we teased.
This is a league-altering move. The Miami Dolphins have officially released Tyreek Hill.
A 5-time All-Pro. Just gone.
Gone. It's a pure salary cap purge. And it wasn't just him. They also cut 2-time Pro Bowl pass rusher Bradley Chubb.
Unbelievable.
It just proves that it doesn't matter what you've done in the past. When the bill comes due in the NFL, no one is safe.
And the timing is key here, too. The franchise tag window just opened, February 17th? So this is just the beginning of the chaos.
It really is. This is the first big domino to fall. It just lays bare the brutal reality of the league. You've got DeAndre Swift, who did everything right, hoping his performance is enough. And then you have Tyreek Hill, maybe most dynamic player in football, suddenly a free agent because the numbers didn't add up.
It's wild. So I guess this leaves us with a pretty big question about the running back position as a whole.
Well, yeah. And it's a question for everyone listening. If a career year, a playoff run, and a reasonable contract aren't enough to make DeAndre Swift feel secure, is any running back truly safe in today's NFL?
That is definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Make sure you're subscribed, and we will catch you next time.